Hi, everybody, and welcome to this week's assembly. We're doing it slightly different this week in that you won't have an assembly by your specific head of year. They'll all have their own little clips and they'll be condensed together into this one assembly so that you'll get all of the year group messages all in one whole school assembly. Hope you're all well. Hope your families are safe and well during these strange times for all of us. The theme this week is giving hope. And I'm starting to have some hope that we might get back to some normality come September with some of the government guidance. So the announcement that schools are due to return in September is brilliant. We're all really looking forward to having you back. It's been very strange without you. And obviously we'll continue to communicate with you as much and as regularly as we possibly can to let you know the plans for September. A quick message from me with regards to class charts. There's lots of rewards that have been unclaimed so far. Miss West is waiting for people to email her to say that they've bought a voucher online, and then she can send them to you. We can get them to you this side of the year rather than you waiting for September. So it'd be lovely if you could contact Miss West to get your rewards. And keep working hard because your teachers are still rewarding you on class charts by giving you merits for completing your home learning. Following my video in a second, you'll get your individual messages from your head of year. So just zoom to the bit that you need to see, which is your specific year group. You don't need to watch all of them unless you want to. Please make sure that you read the Life to the Full bulletin as well that Mr. Greenhouse sends out each week. That's really interesting for you to have an additional read alongside the head of year bulletin too. All of those things are also on the school website if you don't know where to find them. And the last thing from me, guys, is really thank you for your hard work in terms of keeping your work going at home. We know it's difficult. We know it's hard when the weather's really nice and you want to be outside with your friends, but you're doing an amazing job. Keep it going, and hopefully we'll see you very soon and before too long. Take care of yourselves, and I hope you enjoy this week's assembly.
Hi Year 7, I hope you're well and enjoying the lovely weather that we've been having lately. I'm hoping to take my daughter out on a friend's paddleboard later. This week's assembly is slightly different to usual because instead of just seeing me, you're going to see all of the heads of year for a change. Sadly, I'm not the youngest head of year anymore. Anyway, I just want to say like a massive, massive well done to all of you that have been keeping up with your home learning. Another set of certificates has gone out this week. And for those of you that have completed 100% of your work, you'll be receiving a special certificate and a voucher as well for your hard work. So really well done for that. The other thing to note is that I'm going to be contacting those of you that are in our year group council this week. That's because we're going to hold an online meeting. Really, it's for me to find out how you've been doing in lockdown, what you've enjoyed, what you might have found difficult about lockdown, how you're feeling about returning to school. So next week, I'll be contacting you to let you know when that meeting is. Keep an eye out on your emails. Finally, I just want to say that I really have enjoyed being your head of year. It's just been a really odd year, obviously, getting to know you, obviously, at the beginning, and the way that it ended. Nobody could have foreseen that, for the last sort of 4 months of you being in my year group, I wouldn't actually see you. But you've been an absolute pleasure to get to know, all of you with your different characters. Your next head of year is obviously going to love getting to know you too. I think most of you are aware that I am a constant head of year 7. So obviously I'm spending time at the moment getting to know all the year 6s coming up. And obviously I will be their head of year in September. However, I'm going to be passing you on to an absolute fabulous head of year who's going to really enjoy getting to know you too. And her name is Mrs. Robson, who some of you will already know, and she will be in contact soon to introduce herself to you. And when I say soon, I mean really, really soon.
I am Mrs. Robson, and I am going to be taking you over in September of year 8. Some of you may already know me. I taught some of you in year 7 for PSHE and for PE. I am a PE teacher. I also teach health and social care and some PSHE, but I'm also currently the head of year 11. And now that they are nearly finished, I get the opportunity to follow you from year 8 all the way through to year 11, which I'm really excited about. So hopefully you would have received a letter to explain you may have a different tutor in year 8, or you may have the same one. Over the next couple of weeks, you will receive an assembly with tutors introducing themselves so that you can put a face to a name before you come back in September. Well done with your home learning. I've been having a look and I've been really impressed with how the high majority of you are getting on. So keep that up. There's only 3 more weeks to go until the summer. And I know the sun is out and it's really tempting to go out and be in that, but also remember it's really important that you continue with your studies. And then you get 6 weeks off to enjoy the sun in the summer holidays. I am really excited to be your new head of year. I get to follow you all the way from year 8 all the way through to year 11. I get to hopefully develop you as individuals for you to become the best young adults that you possibly can, and also for you to achieve your full potential academically and go on to a brighter future. Have a lovely week this week, and I will speak to you really soon. Bye.
On year 8, how are you? I hope you are all safe and well and families are the same. Today, my section of the assembly, as everyone is, we're going to talk about giving hope. And just a couple of things just to touch base on for you guys to constantly have in your head to try and give you a little bit of hope, I guess. We are, as a school, really looking forward to having you back. As Boris Johnson has said, that's now going to happen in September. In some form. We will obviously let you and your parents know more details when we know them, but we're really looking forward to having you back. Second thing, point number 2, please keep believing in yourself. You can achieve anything you want to. Make sure you're completing your home learning to make sure education gives you the best possible avenue to do what you want, but make sure you keep believing in yourself. I know this situation is difficult, and you're finding home learning hard, but make sure you keep working and learning, and I promise you will be able to get to where you want to be. The last thing is just to sort of, I guess, give hope or reaffirm that we are all feeling that this situation is slightly weird, that things will become better, easier, more normal when you come back to school. School will be a tiny bit different, but it will gradually get back to what you remember it to be, and that new school will become the new normal, and it will be easier. So me saying that we're back in September might make you feel a little bit nervous, no problem at all, but I promise that we are doing everything we can as a school and as staff to make it better for you, make it easier when you come back in, make the transition easy, and it will become more normal the more you do it. So I promise that will happen. So just because that announcement has happened, it's natural to feel slightly nervous and apprehensive about it, but it will become easier. I promise you that. As always, forgotten passwords, email this up here and check your emails regularly. This week, you have continued to smash your targets, chipping away with another 161 points towards our working hard total, and our exceptional effort, well, you've blown that out of the water. You're doing really well. Keep going. Home learning year 8. We are top of the tree on our own. We have smashed this last week, the week 15th to the 19th of June. We have the most percentage of our year group completing 75% to 100% of their work, better than every other year group. I feel like this guy. Well done. You are on top. Can you maintain that for the next 3 weeks? That is your target now. Now we've got to number 1. Can you stay there? Those of you that got there were 29 of you that week. Can you please make sure you keep going? 5 class charts points have been given to you for that effort. Make sure you spend them on the gift vouchers that are in stock. This week's challenge is make a big and expressive face with items from your house. I'll play you a little video as always. Your entries the last couple of weeks have been really good. Keep them coming in.
Make a big and expressive face out of things from your house. Biggest and most expressive face wins. You have 100 hours. Your time Start now! I've just finished constructing my big expressive face, so let's take a look. There it is. Big expressive face. I am very happy with that. I mean, what do you think? Oh, you would say that.
Just a short clip for that one, but can you send your entries in? Can you make an expressive face with household items? As always, don't forget to apply for Duke of Edinburgh, mr.matthews@st-lukes.devon.sch.uk. It's a great award that really goes well on your CV and puts you in a great place for your future. So that's something to sign up to if you would like. That's it from me, guys. As always, stay safe, and if you need anything, just give me an email. See you soon. Bye.
Welcome to your assembly. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you and your families are well, and I hope that you're feeling, well, a little bit optimistic. I know reports in the news a bit conflicting. Some people are saying that things are improving, and other people still say we should be cautious, but I hope that you're a little bit buoyed by the fact that things might be looking like they're going back to some kind of normal, and the prospect of seeing you all again in September is really, really exciting. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and as always, let's choose to be optimistic. This is going to be very short, and I'm just going to remind you of a few important things, and then I will let you get on with the rest of your day. Okay, so firstly, don't worry, this is not going to be one of my Mr. Roberts special 12-minute lectures on the importance of being mindful and meditating. All I wanted to say really firstly was thank you for all those students who have worked really, really hard every single day on their subjects. I think it's really commendable because it's difficult, isn't it, to motivate yourself when you're not in your normal work or school environment. I myself have struggled with motivation and being incentivized with getting work done. So if you are one of those students who are getting your work done and you're doing it day in, day out, I applaud you. Well done. You should be very proud of yourself. I had a couple of emails and some phone calls the other day and last week about students who weren't doing their home learning. And when I got to the bottom of it, some of the students were telling me that they didn't know how to do it, or that they couldn't get their email, or that their link wouldn't work, or X, Y, and Z. And the strange thing was that most of those students, when I said, well, who did you ask for help? Most of them said, I just didn't do it. So I would suggest that would be a really, really important learning experience for you all. If you don't know what to do, if you don't understand the work, or if the work is challenging in terms of how you access it, then you must email your teachers. Send them an email or even a message over Google Classrooms, because your teachers, when they're not in school, and they're not in school every day, are quite simply at home or behind their desks waiting to help you. So if you haven't got the Seneca link, or if you didn't get the Google Classrooms message, or your video won't work, or you can't get into your emails, or you don't know X, Y, and Z, then you must email your teachers. And if you don't know your email, the teacher's email address, then ask your parents to email school or phone school. There are lots of ways your teachers can help you. So if you aren't doing your work because you don't know how to, then you must ask for help, okay? Because that is hours, days, possibly even weeks that you're wasting. And as we've said many times before, and as I've told you in these assemblies, if you're not doing your home learning now, year 10 is going to be difficult for you, okay? So don't be afraid to ask. We are always really happy to help you. That's literally our jobs. That's what we do. Okay. The only thing I want to say in terms of attitude and mindfulness is this idea here. So I want to talk to you about how important it is to maintain good mental health in challenging times. Now, we've seen this before, but I just want to remind you of it because these things are always helpful. And I think maybe as we move into month 3, month 4 of lockdown, it's even more important to remember this because it's been difficult. It's been a difficult journey for a lot of you emotionally, physically, and in terms of your family. So let's just remind ourselves. Number 1, express gratitude. Write down a list of what you're thankful for. It's a really good way of cheering you up when you feel like there's nothing to feel optimistic about. Be kind. Perform deeds that is going to bring someone else pleasure is the quickest way of making you feel better, I promise. Do something nice for someone. It will make you feel tons better. So taking care of yourself. When I say get sleep, we don't mean stay up until 3 in the morning and sleep for 12 hours so you're getting up in the afternoon. Sleep when you would normally sleep. Keep those sleep structures that you would have maintained when you were at school. Eat well and do some activities that restore balance, because you can't feel optimism or hope or a sense of kind of joy if your mind is and your body is tired. Having goals. I'm a big believer in this, and they don't need to be school-based either. What do you want to achieve today? 2 things, 3 things. A tiny thing could be a physical thing you want to achieve or an academic thing. Have some goals for yourself. As I said earlier, if you don't ask for help, you're making life very difficult for yourself. So if there's a problem, tell someone about it and get them to give you a solution. Finally, if you want to combat any of these feelings of low mood, which, let's face it, we've all had from time to time, focus on small things you can actually change, things you can impact. So it could be learning a new skill, learning how to do X, Y, and Z, a small ambition, make something, draw something, or even think back to a really fond memory. Just try and engage in some sort of meaningful action and it will help, I promise. Okay? Similarly, these points will also help you and your family. So share it with them. You can have a conversation about them. They will help, I promise. Okay, that's enough from me, Year 9. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay motivated. There's not long left, and I know it's difficult, but keep going with your home learning. And if there's any questions, and if you don't know what you're doing, ask someone. Yeah, that's why we're here. All right. Thank you, folks. See you soon. Bye.
Year 10, hope you're well. Welcome to the next weekly assembly. It's been fantastic seeing so many of you back in school over the last couple of weeks for your Year 10 provision. And also it's been great meeting and chatting with so many of you in your one-to-one appointments. Interested in hearing how you've been getting on with your online learning, how you found lockdown, and also we're getting you to start thinking about your next steps, what you'll do when you leave St. Luke's. I want to share with you today something that's been given to us by Exeter College, and this will also get you thinking about your next steps with regards to what course you might want to do, what subjects that you're interested in, and also get you to consider your strengths as well. It'll also give you an opportunity to have a virtual tour. So I just want to show you this digital discovery day that we want you to have a look through, and there's also an action planning document that we would like you to complete and send back to me. So just to give you an example of what it's made up of, it's going to give you a general welcome. There's an introduction from Jack, who's our new Exeter College careers advisor. There's a virtual tour of all the different sites. There's a section about making decisions, and also how to decide on what subjects that you might take, and that gives you an overview, and hopefully it will provide you an understanding of what are A-levels, what is the International Baccalaureate, give you some examples of vocational and technical courses, explain the new T-levels that are out, explain apprenticeships, and then, like I mentioned, there's going to be some different activities that we'd like you to complete. It's only going to take you an hour or two to have a look through this whole website, and there's an action plan that we would like you to complete. The action plan looks like this.
You've had a lovely week. I cannot believe that you would have finished your exams by now, how quickly that has come around. We have 3 more weeks left of school. I am probably aware you have no idea how many weeks there are left of school, but I hope that you are enjoying this an incredible time for you to get out, spend time with friends, and have this time to let your hair down before you start in September with your next opportunity. I have seen some things on social media and in the press about massive groups of teenagers getting together and drinking and being disruptive to the public. Please enjoy yourself, but also be aware of others around us and try and remember our key values that we've instilled in you. We've tried to promote in everything that we do at school: being respectful, giving hope, looking out for each other, for your neighbours. Really want you, and you deserve to spend time with each other and get out and about and see one another and enjoy yourselves. But please be respectful of others and think about the way that you speak and the way that we act out in public. And I know you're all amazing, and I know you will do. Just a little bit more information for you. The Leavers book and the hoodies have been ordered, and when I have a date for kind of their delivery, I will let you know, and I will send a letter out to all of your parents for that. Our results day nationally for GCSE is the 20th of August, and you will be receiving a letter hopefully by the end of this week about that and what the kind of procedures are going forward, what we're going to put in place for the results day. But please keep it in your diary, 20th of August for your GCSE results day. Have a lovely week this week, and I will see you again next week for the assembly. Bye.